Have you ever wondered how dogs became so much more than just pets? How did they transform from wild creatures into warriors, spiritual guides, and even symbols of divine power? For thousands of years, they've walked beside us, through deserts and jungles, across frozen tundras and sprawling plains. They are our guardians, our companions, and our allies. But what if I told you dogs have done far more than simply accompany us? What if I told you they shaped civilizations, influenced cultures, and even played roles that echo into our world today? We begin our journey in ancient Egypt, a civilization that revered dogs not only as companions, but as beings with a sacred connection to the divine. One of the most iconic figures in Egyptian mythology is Anubis, the jackal-headed god of the afterlife. But why a jackal? And how did dogs become tied to such an important role? In the arid landscapes of Egypt, wild jackals were often seen roaming near cemeteries. The Egyptians interpreted this as a sign of their guardianship over the dead. Over time, this evolved into the worship of Anubis, who was believed to guide souls into the afterlife. Dogs themselves were also mummified and buried with their owners, a testament to their spiritual significance. Beyond the spiritual realm, dogs serve practical purposes. The pharaoh's hunting dogs, often sleek and powerful, were depicted in hieroglyphs as symbols of loyalty and protection. These dogs weren't just animals. They were status symbols, revered as much as the gods themselves. Now, we travel to the heart of the Roman Empire, where dogs took on roles that showcased their versatility and bravery. In Rome, dogs were seen as protectors and warriors, and their presence was woven into daily life. Romans bred dogs for specific purposes, from the fierce Malachian hounds used in battle to the swift sighthounds that accompanied hunters. Perhaps most impressively, dogs were even used in gladiatorial games, fighting alongside humans or against wild animals. These dogs were celebrated for their courage, often receiving honors similar to those of soldiers. But it wasn't all blood and battle. Dogs were also cherished companions. Wealthy Romans adorned their pets with ornate collars, and inscriptions found on these collars reveal the deep bond between owner and dog. One reads, "Hold me gently, for I am my master's heart." Moving east, we arrive in ancient China, where dogs were symbols of loyalty and protection, deeply ingrained in the cultural and spiritual fabric of the time. The imperial courts, in particular, held dogs in high regard. You've likely seen these, the iconic stone food dogs that guard temples and palaces. Despite their name, these statues often depict lions, but their protective symbolism comes from the loyal dogs of ancient China. Imperial families kept breeds like the Pekingese and Shih Tzu as sacred companions, believing they could ward off evil spirits. These dogs lived lavish lives, sometimes even receiving their own servants. Meanwhile, in rural areas, dogs played more practical roles. They protected livestock, aided hunters, and were often the first line of defense against intruders. Crossing to the Americas, we find dogs playing essential roles in indigenous cultures. For many Native American tribes, dogs were not just workers but spiritual beings. Dogs helped pull sleds, guard camps, and even joined in hunts. But their role didn't end there. Many tribes believed dogs were spiritual guides, capable of protecting their owners both in life and in the afterlife. In Mesoamerica, the Aztecs and Maya believed dogs guided souls through the underworld. The Xoloitzcuintli, a hairless breed, was considered sacred and often buried with their owners to assist in the afterlife. From guardians of the dead to protectors of the living, dogs have transcended time and culture. Their roles in ancient civilizations reflect a bond that's deeper than companionship. It's a partnership forged through trust, loyalty, and purpose. Think about this. The dog lying at your feet today carries the legacy of those who guided pharaohs, protected emperors, and stood side by side with warriors. Their stories remind us not only of their incredible abilities, but of the unbreakable bond we share with them. So, the next time you look into your dog's eyes, remember, you're staring into history. Thanks for joining me on this journey through time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite dog story in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the wild wonders of our world.